Hello, good evening, and thank you for having us again. Well, it's been some time, right? Yes, it's okay. We were just sorting quite some things out. But joining me in the studio very quickly is one man who has been a man, behind, why there's been some issues in some parts of the country, and they have been he was arrested and he was on trial. He's been on trial, and he eventually he was brought to court, yesterday. And of course, I think that settled some part, because there were agitations that if he doesn't come to the court, there will be something and there will be something. Well, welcome with me in the studio this very moment, Nnamdi Kanu. And interestingly, I saw in news today saying that this man ordered the looting and burning of palaces and all of that. And personally, I have been looking at it, and I had my own reservations regarding Nnamdi Kanu's stuff, or his case anyway. But then I've gone forth and come back, considering the loss of lives and all of that. And one would have expected that, okay, I think calmness is what is, peace is what is the needful thing that should be approached or embraced in matters like this, where people's lives have been lost and properties. When you consider that the properties of poor people are even being destroyed. And so you would agree with me that it requires some gentle and wise handling when it comes to such matters. Personally, I felt that the federal government would, come to a point where we come to a round table. Now, apart from the fact that the IPOB has been prescribed, we have said that why has the bandits, criminals, not been prescribed? And we have had the information minister come out to say that they are just common criminals. Common criminals who go to communities, raise down communities, kill people. My question straight away is, what is the definition of a terrorist? What is the definition? What definition are we giving who a terrorist is in Nigeria? What is the definition? When you call people who are killing people around, if IPOB is described or prescribed as a terrorist group, then I too expect, personally, I expect that the bandits should also be, said to be terrorists, because that is exactly what they are doing. A terrorist is somebody who terrorizes. And that's the truth. A terrorist is somebody who terrorizes, with whom lives don't have value. I mean, why are we merry-go-rounding around, things that are not really the in thing? When people around the world, I heard the news over the week, during the week, I think it was yesterday, how the kidney of a pig has been transplanted to, because there's been a lot of people on the line for kidney transplants, and they've not been getting donors. And so they did a trial for using the kidney of a pig, and they said the person in whom they implanted the kidney has been stable for more than 3 days, which tells us that there are a solution is coming. People are inventing things, but we are still merry-go-rounding around. We have issues that we are not really tackling. Yesterday also, there was the news that one of the trains, or the train going between Kaduna, Abuja and Kaduna, was attacked. The former Senator Shehu gave that report. I guess he was on that train also. And we are still playing politics in courts. We're still playing court. Don't mind my hand. That hand is, don't worry. We are still playing politics We're still playing politics with the lives of people. Now that rail line has been suspended. The railway provision, NRC has said they are being suspended. They're suspended. Now, that is to say that because the rail line goes through those forests. Now, when I saw that news, I remember when, I and my daughter and my wife, we were on the train from Lagos to Osogbo, and we spent almost 24 hours between Lagos and Osogbo. Almost 24 hours. We spent close to 22 hours. There was a breakdown in the center of nowhere. I thank God. I mean, things were not as bad as this then anyway. Because you can imagine that train that was attacked is still a newer model compared to the one that I was on with my family. And it was just to give them a ride, let them have a feel of the whole thing. But then between Lagos and Abeokuta, when we got to Abeokuta, the train was stopped for almost 3 hours. Nobody told us anything. We were not told anything as to what is happening. And suddenly everybody started boarding again, and then we started moving again. And then only for us to get to the middle of nowhere. And there was a few of the coaches behind cut off. There was a problem. I can't remember. There was a problem that they had to detach that one. And our luggages were on that train. We lost a lot of things to that simple thing. No, nothing. I mean, what is just coming up? And those things are being destroyed by bandits, terrorists, people who are terrorizing the people. I'm not borrowing the word terrorists, as they are terrorizing people. They are not making living comfortable. I heard the news of trailers having to go through a particular village, and then the villagers are saying they cannot pass through their place. And these outside guys were saying that the places where they pass are all infiltrated with bandits, kidnappers everywhere. Somebody said our security system knows how to run after young boys and girls who carry placard saying they want better governance. They are good at curbing those ones. But the real people who are terrorizing us, they are enjoying themselves in the bush. What is the total square meter of Nigeria that cannot be under total surveillance? There was the news, I hope you remember, there was the news of, there was the news that was, by a UK. What is going on? What is going on? Why are we rubbing the heads of people who are killing people? I think that the first assignment of any government is the security of lives and properties. When you kill everybody, who do you now govern? But then the truth is that even if that is the assignment, it won't be done. You can't kill everybody. And everyone who is terrorizing the other, your days are numbered. Even if the government don't do anything, God will do something and not leave us alone like this. Well, that is just to the side. But then let's talk about Nnamdi Kanu, whom the federal government has said that he was the one who ordered the looting of Oba's palace, burning of Uzodinma's house. And the first thing that came to my mind is, who is Nnamdi Kanu? Why does he command so much influence? And the truth, which is of course according to the law of nature, is that the more we mention his name, the more influential he becomes. And the more influential he becomes, the more powerful he becomes. I think we've got to know that. Everybody who is cooking up any funny news about these people, who is cooking up any funny news about anybody, even about your relative, about your friends, you're cooking up funny things about them. The truth remains, the more you focus attention on them, the more influential, the more strength they gain. And so recently, Chief Sunday Adeyemo, also known as Sunday Igboho, was rushed to the hospital. Journalist Kemi Olunloyo came out to say that he was poisoned, and so, but then we do not know what the result of the test that what we understand that he has already issues with his kidney and all of that, and that is still by the side too. But let's talk about Kanu, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The federal government of Nigeria has accused that the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB Nnamdi Kanu, of ordering the burning of houses belonging to Imo State Governor. This was contained in a statement on Friday by the Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami. The government claimed that Kanu hijacked the NSAS protest and used inciting statements to compel members of his group, IPOB, to attack security agents and destroy public properties. We're still on that one. That he was the one who hijacked the NSAS protest, and they used that opportunity to destroy people's properties. The statements sent to Politics Nigeria, credits to Politics Nigeria, reads in part the destructive activities of IPOB ESN pose serious threat to Nigeria's national security and its corporate existence, which resulted into rearresting of Nnamdi Kanu and members of his group. The eventual rearrest of Nnamdi Kanu in June 2021 and said members of his group led to the inauguration of a presidential ad hoc committee comprising 24 members drawn from the Federal Ministry of Justice, Federal Ministry of Information, the Nigerian Police Force, Department of State Service, the National Intelligence Unit, and the Defense Intelligence of the Federation and Minister of Justice. That's Abubakar Malami. The committee finds as a fact that consequent upon instigating directives of Kanu, members of IPOB-ESN carried out massive attack on democratic institutions, especially INEC facilities, with a view to hampering democratic processes in Nigeria. These attacks that were carried out between October 2020 and June 2021 included the following. Yeah. And so, the headquarters of the Nigerian Immigration Service, Umuahia, Abia State, was also attacked by IPOB ESN, leading to the death of one officer. These were the cases. Now, that there were several IPOB ESN attack and destruction of public and private properties during the NSAS and Biafra agitation across the country, especially in the southeast and south-south region, notable by the Palace of Oba of Lagos, where 12 flats were completely looted and vandalized. The country home of the governor of Imo State, Senator Hope Uzodinma, was burnt. Over 150 buses at the Lagos bus terminal. Senator Doma Igba's home in Calabar Municipal Cross River State was completely looted and vandalized. Lagos State DNA and Forensic Center, City Hall, Race Course, First Bank Branch, Lagos State Public Works Commission, Nigeria Port Authority, Marina, Lagos High Court, Bushere, Lagos, were all burnt, amongst other heinous crimes that were committed during the end sense. Now, part of the counts, the charges against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu included the fact that he hijacked or instructed people or some of his people to hijack the NSAS protest and use that to carry out heinous activities. Well, I'm seeing things from a different angle. Maybe not saying that these things did not happen or they happened. I'm seeing things more from an angle of resolution. We are not saying that Nigeria must break. I'm not saying that Nigeria must break. No. But I'm saying that we should be more coordinated. We should be more coordinated. We should live peacefully amongst ourselves. We should be more loving. We should be more understanding. I think understanding ourselves, we go a very long way. Understanding ourselves, we go a very, very long way. Understanding our differences, what the issue is, if they are resolvable, then we just go ahead. I've never seen anything that force has ever settled. You don't use force to attack forces. Paul said, when I was a child, I spoke as a child, I understood as a child, I thought as a child, or I felt as a child, and I understood as a child. But when I grew up, now grew up is that, oh, I now understand, I now know better. He said, at that point, I now threw away childish things. Now look at the order in which he did things. He spoke first, he now thought about what he said, and then now had an understanding. But there is a saying that whatever goes out, drops from the mouth, cannot be retrieved, cannot be taken back. It's like a ball of egg that drops to the ground and scatters, and that's it. You can bring it back together again. So we should, and I think, which is the best way to go about this thing. Now, people might think, or the federal government might think that discussing with Kanu is not really anything. I mean, why should we be discussing with Kanu? Why should we be discussing with Kanu? But I think I have a little understanding of what influence can do. I'll share this with you. I stand to be corrected. President Muhammadu Buhari had run for presidency for about, I think, 2 to 3 times, and he didn't win until he joined. He came to APC. There was a synergy between these two parties, but somebody was there who had a very huge influence, and that person is Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And the results we see today, the rest is history. President Muhammadu Buhari became president first term, and this is the second term. That is because somebody of influence. And that's why I say that, when we're talking about Baba Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu becoming president, I feel better not having him as president. I feel better, him using his influence to transform things on the background. To transform things for the better on the background. To transform things, his influence. He has a very strong influence. And so when you mention Bats, BAT, when you mention Bats, you have some people who say, yeah, our man. Whereas you have a few people who say, no, we don't want him. We don't like him. I hope you get where I'm going. Kanu has influence. Nnamdi Kanu has influence. And that influence is a strong weapon in his hands. So even in detention, he is still ordering operations, as it were. He's still ordering operations, as it were. Even probably without phones, without having access to the internet, without doing anything, he's still ordering, giving instructions. And so regardless of Whether there is operation this, operation that, we have not tackled the root cause. When I saw things go the way they were going, I was praying, though. I was praying that nothing happens to Nnamdi Kanu. Nothing happens to Sunday Igboho, because things will go worse. Things will go worse. And now it's still culpable. I think that time. But then I'm sorry, I feel very sorry for the lives that are being lost almost every day. We're sorry for the lives that are being lost every day. Well, please just let's share opinions. This is serious matters, and we just pick on a particular news and we just talk about it. Let's just share your comments, share your opinions, talk on any of the things that I have mentioned, and let's hear your opinion. Let's share. Now, if we are able to, if a few of us with the right mindsets come together, we can transform things. We can make things better. And where we can do that is to first of all come together on platforms like this. So please do share this video with others. Share them on your Facebook accounts. Share the link. Share everything so that we can talk. Let's talk. Let's just chat. We're not instigating problem. No. We don't cause problem here. We don't abuse anybody. Make your comments as civil as possible. Please don't abuse anybody. We have people who are in government, which the ministers, the presidents, they are all elderly people. And so even if you would have wished to say some things, just remember that this person is an elderly person. And so for that alone, make your comments as civil as possible. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Kunle, and I pray that things begin to continue to go well with Nigeria. What that means is that we believe that things are getting better and better and getting better. Though we are not seeing it yet, but then hope that it become real. That's very, very soon. Thank you very much for watching. God bless you, and I hope you have a very wonderful weekend.